I carried a deep reverence for my ancestors. I understood the power of technology, and I also understood the deep wounds of history. This knowledge ignited a vision within me. I sought to merge cutting-edge technology with ancestral wisdom. My inspiration? Thoth, the Egyptian god of wisdom, writing, and knowledge. I believed that Thoth's wisdom could guide me. I would use blockchain technology to empower marginalized communities. My focus, submerged Black communities, erased by time and tide. My journey began with research. I dove deep into the histories of these forgotten communities. I learned of their vibrancy, their resilience, and their tragic erasure. These stories fueled my passion. I was determined to give these communities a voice, to write their stories back into existence. I called my initiative Thoth's Renaissance, a testament to the power of rebirth and the enduring spirit of my ancestors.
Across the globe, numerous Black communities lie forgotten beneath the waves, ravaged by natural disasters, swallowed by rising sea levels, or deliberately erased from history. These communities whisper tales of resilience and injustice. Their stories are a stark reminder of the fragility of existence. They're also a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit. Two such communities, Mitchellville on South Carolina's coast and Africatown in Alabama, stand as powerful testaments to this legacy. These communities, though geographically distant, share a common thread: the enduring legacy of slavery and the strength of Black communities, determined to forge their own destinies. Their stories, though submerged, hold profound lessons for us today.
Founded by freed slaves in 1868, Mitchellville was a beacon of hope. Located on South Carolina's Hilton Head Island, it thrived as a self-sufficient community. Residents built their own homes, schools, and churches, crafting a life of dignity and self-determination. But their hard-won freedom was constantly under threat. In 1928, a devastating hurricane struck Hilton Head Island, submerging Mitchellville beneath the waves. The residents, displaced and dispossessed, were forced to flee. Their town, once a symbol of Black self-reliance, was erased from maps and memory. Today, the story of Mitchellville stands as a poignant reminder of the vulnerability of marginalized communities to environmental disasters and the enduring strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity.
Africatown, Alabama holds a different kind of submerged history. It was founded by the survivors of the Clotilda, the last slave ship to arrive in the United States. These men and women, kidnapped from their homes in West Africa, were illegally brought to Alabama decades after the slave trade was abolished. Despite enduring the horrors of the Middle Passage and the indignity of enslavement, they built a thriving community. They maintained their African customs and language, creating a vibrant cultural hub that defied the dehumanizing forces of slavery. Today, Africatown faces an existential threat from industrial pollution, its history slowly being poisoned. Yet, the community fights on, determined to preserve its heritage and reclaim its narrative.
Inspired by these stories, I knew I had to act. Thoth's Renaissance, I decided, would focus on 3 key areas: funding Black-owned businesses, developing community-owned digital assets, and creating educational programs. I envisioned a future where technology could empower marginalized communities. I believed in the power of decentralization. I saw blockchain not just as a financial tool, but as a tool for social change. Decentralized finance, I believed, could unlock economic opportunities for communities that had been historically excluded from traditional financial systems. My vision was ambitious, but I was undeterred. I knew that the road to justice was paved with bold ideas and courageous action.
Decentralized finance, often shortened to DeFi, operates on a simple principle: removing intermediaries from financial transactions. This means cutting out banks and other traditional financial institutions. For marginalized communities, this is revolutionary. Thoth's Renaissance would leverage DeFi in 2 key ways: crowdfunding and microlending. Through a dedicated platform, individuals could invest directly in Black-owned businesses in submerged communities. This would create a direct pipeline of capital, bypassing the systemic barriers that often hinder minority entrepreneurs. Microlending would empower individuals within these communities to access small loans for business ventures or personal needs. This would foster economic self-sufficiency and break the cycle of poverty.
Aisha understood the power of storytelling. She also recognized the potential of NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, to revolutionize how we interact with history and heritage. NFTs, she realized, could be used to create a digital archive of submerged Black communities. Imagine a world where historical artifacts from Africatown or Mitchellville are not locked away in museums, but are accessible to all as NFTs. These digital assets could then be owned and curated by the descendants of these communities. The sale of these NFTs would generate revenue that could be reinvested back into the community, funding educational programs, preserving historical sites, or supporting local businesses.
Education, Aisha believed, was the key to lasting change. Thoth's Renaissance would establish educational programs focused on blockchain technology, coding, and entrepreneurship specifically for young people in marginalized communities. These programs would be designed not just to impart technical skills, but to cultivate critical thinking, leadership, and a strong sense of social responsibility. By empowering the next generation with the tools and knowledge to navigate the digital world, Thoth's Renaissance aimed to create a more equitable and just future. These young people, armed with the knowledge of their ancestors and the power of technology, would become the architects of their own destinies.
Thoth's Renaissance, though still in its infancy, holds the potential to revolutionize how we think about history, heritage, and economic empowerment. By combining the ancestral wisdom of Thoth with the transformative power of blockchain technology, Dr. Aisha Johnson is leading a movement. This movement is not just about reclaiming lost histories, but about building a more just and equitable future for all. The submerged communities, once silenced by time and tide, are now finding their voices again. Their stories, carried on the digital waves of blockchain, are reaching new audiences, inspiring action, and reminding us that the fight for justice and equality is an ongoing journey, one that requires innovation, courage, and an unwavering belief in the power of community.